So I'm on my way to pick up my little girl. She's 2.5. She goes to a kind of a private school. It's Principia in St. Louis, Missouri. It's like one of the better schools. They got horses and shit. Like her mom went there and her family member has ties there. And I was really reluctant at first, but I said, you know what? Let's go to this open house like last year, 1.5 years ago. It's preschool basically, right? And I loved it. I loved the teachers, and there's actually really diverse, and like there's a lot of really great things about it. Teacher-student ratio is great. They're just the teachers are loving and caring, and like it's been a fantastic experience. But let me ask you, I want to ask you guys a question. Now, it costs a little bit of money. We can afford it right now. And they have financial aid if we would need it later on. You know, we'll see how all that works out as she becomes older. Do you send your kids to public school, private school, charter school, a magnet school? There's a lot of different ways. Homeschooling. How do you get your child not only education, because school is more about that. It's more than just about education. How do you get them social skills along with the education? How do you give them an experience as a child? Do you think it has changed since you were in school? You and I'm 42. How do you give your child an experience of education? What do you, are public schools bad now? I think some people think that. What, a private school or a smaller type school, are they bad? What's the negatives with them? Charter and magnet schools, there's mixed feelings about those. It's all about experience, right? But what do you think about the current state of the American school system? Is it broken? Is it fine? Do we put enough money and time and effort and funding into the school systems? I know teachers are, what I hear from teachers and what I see is a lot of them have to go out of their own pocket to buy even supplies, which to me is just the craziest thing. Now, I'm not saying a teacher buying something she wants for her desk or a little nice little this or a plant. That's different. I'm talking about actual supplies. There are teachers out here buying supplies. That to me is just absurd. How do you get your child education? Now, I don't know who's going to watch this video, but it's something I'm thinking about as I'm going to pick up my kid. She loves going to this school. Things could change. Schools change. Maybe when she's, next year she'll be going full time. She'll be 3 and 3 next year. And then as she goes to, and here it'll be like kindergarten or preschool all the way through high school. And then they have a college campus out in Edwardsville, I believe. And another one somewhere else. This is a small kind of school. I grew up in public schools. And I love the public schools I grew up in. They have good things, bad things. I think you can learn a lot about yourself. You can learn a lot about other people going to a public school. And I think if you're homeschooled or private school or other kind of schools, different experience, not better or worse, but different. I like taking a bus to school. I like getting into fights and arguments and making friends and having to learn about bullying and this and that and learning about social dynamics you learn in school. And you can learn those everywhere, but some schools are different dynamics than others. How do you feel about the current school system, and how are your kids being educated currently in 2024 and beyond? That's the question I got for y'all today.